Hello guys, happy Saturday. I know you're not going to be able to see my face here, but I wanted to show off this new shirt that I was sent. It's from the folks over at Reptile Bliss, who I'll try to put some links into the descriptions. It's buggy again, so that's Connecticut, not much I can do there. But it's really cool. My friend Abby had this made for me. It's custom, has my name on it and Reptile Bliss. And then if you look here, the STP is for short-tailed python. Now their AF, I believe, stands for Absolute Fanatic. I'd like to think of it as fuck, just because that's who I am as a person. So I'm sure you could take it either way you like, but I do believe Absolute Fanatic is their intended purpose for that. And then as well, they sent me some stickers here. So you got stickers that are, the same thing that's on the shirt there. And then, ones that have my name on it. I'm not sure if you're able to see, if the sun's giving you any glare. I have the camera the opposite way. And then ones with their symbol here. Sorry, the bugs are in my eyes. So that's pretty cool. And these peel off and just the red part stays. So that's pretty neat. I put one on my incubator already. It came out really cool. I'm not the smartest person with stuff like this, so it took me a minute to figure out how they work, but I got them on there. And then of course I do have my stickers as well. If people are still interested, you can get in touch with me for those. For today's video, I'm going to turn you around here. So bear with me a second. We're going to aim you down. And we're going to set you up over here. Hopefully the wind doesn't go too crazy. I've got two snakes out for this video. And they're snakes that you've seen before. Now in this case, they're a mother and daughter pair. Lilith is her babies are about to hatch in about 2 weeks, give or take. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. We should be seeing some pips by then, or close to it. So I've got them out here. So here is Lilith. You can see she's very, very thin still. She has eaten a few times, but just laying eggs. She's still on the thin side. Obviously you can see her body condition is not where you would want it normally, but there's nothing wrong with it right now as she's normally recovering. So I have her daughter here, Mini Lilith, who you've seen. I figured it'd be nice to get them both in the same video so you guys get a chance to compare them. So here is Mini Lilith here, and she does look, a little bit different than Mom. But I think you'll be able to see with them side by side like this, some of the similarities between the two and why I call them that. Pattern-wise, there's some similarities. Color-wise, there's some similarities, especially if you knew Lilith when she was younger. Mini Lilith here looks a lot more like she did at her age. Lilith has changed over the course of time. Also, Mini Lilith has probably a little bit more in the gray department, and I expect that she will as an adult. And that comes from her father as well. So she does have some features from him. She's not going to stay in the shop because snakes are stubborn and they always want to go where you don't want them to go. Try to move her in a direction where you can see. And then you can see the head color is slightly different too. Now that could just be one fired up a little bit different than the other. These snakes are kept in separate rooms, so the temperatures are a little bit different where they are. So it could be temperature related, it could be mood related, it could be a million different things. But overall, you can see there's a lot of similarities here. Hey, can you stay in the shot? Why you be so annoying? Herding cats when you deal with snakes. Of course, I'm worried about her being in the shot, and Mini Lilith has completely left the building. But this is why, and obviously short tails aren't a super fast species, but with any snake, this is why you want to limit how many you have out at a time, because sometimes they do decide to head opposite directions at the same time, and you have to be prepared for that. It's a beautiful day today, other than the bugs. Low 70s, a little bit of wind, sunny, not humid, so it's not too bad. I'm just going to take the camera right off of here so we can kind of follow these guys around a little bit, get some closer shots. You see, I love this girl's eyes. She's got really cool eyes. Let's see if I can encourage her here to show them off a little bit more. Definitely really cool. And Mom is over here giving a little bit of a periscope. can see they have very different eyes. Mom here is a lot more orange, whereas baby's a lot more silver. And that can vary in the animal for sure. But it's cool to see the differences and similarities within a line. And that's kind of how you pick and choose your pairings, and then you know, you can theorize things. Can I replicate this look? And then you try to figure that out. Looks like Mom's considering maybe going to the bathroom. She's got her tail up. We'll see. She doesn't look like she's pushing anything right now. Mini Lilith is taking off. She's got places to be. I don't know where those places are. Now you watch as I reach underneath them, and I'm so careful. It's not because I'm worried about them. I'm just terrified of spiders, and there's spiders out here, and so I'm afraid reaching into the leaves. It's just who I am, not a spider person. Right, Elle? What? Kiddo's coming up on you there. But obviously they don't know their offspring. It's not like these snakes know each other. The Mini Lilith doesn't know that's her mom. But typically short-tailed pythons are pretty tolerant of each other for the most part. Still don't suggest, obviously, forcing them to live in the same space outside of breeding situations for certain times of the year. But outside together, if they're healthy and everything's all good, they're not usually ones to cause a stink with each other. If you do notice any behavior where it looks like the animal's getting irritated, then obviously you want to separate them. But you can see there's no signs of that here. If Lilith was annoyed with her crawling across her body, she would, you know, use her muscles and shake her off or move away. She's not even remotely paying attention to it. But like I said, I do think she's getting ready to go to the bathroom. She's got that tail up there, which usually is a good indication. Oh, got a little toad there. No, stay away from my snake. Come on. Go. No. Put the toad over there. Won't use that hand to pick up the snakes anymore. I gotta wash that. But that is something you encounter outside. So you always gotta be wary. I don't think these guys would really necessarily even notice a toad to go after it and hunt it. Some of my other snakes might. Some of the Australian stuff, they go after anything. Where are you going, Elle? Guess Elle Jr., but not usually used to having them both out at the same time, so I just kind of always call them both Elle. But it'll be really neat to see, and she seems to be growing in a similar pattern to her mother. Her mother took forever. I didn't even breed Lilith until she was 6 years old because she took so long. Now you can see really well right now, because she is down some weight, that really defined spine ridge that short tails have. Whereas you can see it on her, but it's not quite as clear because she's at a better body weight than Mom is right now. Once Mom puts on a little bit of weight, some of that will go away, but you do still notice that it's still defined there. You can still see it. And that is ultimately what you want in these snakes to some degree. Most of the time, there are exceptions, but typically if you can't see anything at all, you should look at maybe trimming them down some. These guys are really prone to obesity, and the way that their spine is designed, it is elevated off their body significantly. So it is something that normally you'd be able to see, especially when they're in a relaxed position like she's in right now. She's pretty zoned out. Little one's going through the bins here that I have to bring them outside. Trucking around. Very confident animals. I do have a couple of short tails that don't like being outside, but it's few and far between. Most of them will sit here, soak up a little sun, move into the shade when they're done with that. A lot of them will just chill. They really don't move much at all over the course of a couple hours. Some of them are a little more busy-bodied. You know, some of them it's because they're looking for a place to hide. Some of them it's because they're just curious as to what's around them. So you have to pay attention to their body language and let them tell you how they're feeling. You don't ever want to assume, oh, this is fine or it's not fine. They'll tell you. They'll let you know. So if you pay attention and you know your animals, you'll be able to tell when they're in a situation where, you know, they're looking for security or they're just curious about their surroundings. Lilith is a very, very confident animal, always has been. So nothing really phases her. She would probably sit here for 3 hours if I left her here and not really move, unless something happened to encourage her to move. but it's not so strong of a sun where it's going to burn, you know, for her to sit out here too long or bother her. And it's not, you know, the temperature is just really perfect with the sun out and everything. Like I said, it's in the low 70s, which is fine for them when they're healthy to be outside in that, especially with the sun out, you know. It'll play a little bit warmer than that, what's actually hitting their body. So we will wrap this up. This video really obviously isn't on anything other than just giving you guys a chance to see this and talk about a few things. Mini Lilith has headed off to parts unknown over there. She went underneath there, check it out. Wasn't the spot she was looking for, so she's still scoping things out. All right, darling? I love when they just look at you with a very accusatory look. Like, how dare you interrupt whatever it is they're doing. Don't forget to check out Reptile Bliss, especially if you guys are looking for some cool gear and things like that, or just interested in what they do. Definitely check that stuff out. So thank you to them again. I appreciate this stuff. I will put it to good use. Hopefully I don't get too fat and outgrow it too fast. We will see you guys on Tuesday, hopefully. I'm still trying to figure out an idea for a Tuesday segment. So please keep those ideas coming. See what you got, what you're thinking, and let me know. Have a good weekend, guys. Enjoy the weather if it's nice in your area.